A very good evening to you. Thank you for joining. You're watching RupEng-News.
A very good evening to you. I'm Shamindi Samarasekara.
And Amashika Medin.
Today is the Vesak full moon Poe Day, which commemorates the triple events in the life of Lord Buddha. The Buddhists throughout the world commemorate this event by participating in various religious programs. The birth of the Buddha, propagation of Dhamma and attaining of Parinirvana takes place once in several centuries. The Lord Buddha showed the right path to the people who were deeply engulfed in temporal passions. He also preached the path of attaining nirvana by getting rid of all distress in the life of a person. The Buddhist people throughout the world remember this Buddhist path with great respect. It was on a Vesak full moon Poe Day like today that the Lord Buddha visited Kimbulwatpure, performed the Yama Mahapelahara, made the second visit to Sri Lanka and made his footprint impressed on the Samanala mountain. Sri Lanka, which became enriched with Buddhism, have celebrated the Vesak full moon Poe Day on a very grand scale since the times of the ancient kings. This is a day of commemoration in which people are enlightened to have a life devoid of 5 evils and teaching compassion and kindness to the world. The whole Sri Lanka by now has become a massive place of virtuous activities. All towns, villages, roads and houses have been lit with various items that spread the Buddhist compassion.
Meanwhile, President Mahinda Rajapaksa, in a message issued in connection with Vesak, has requested Buddhist people to seek blessings from the Triple Gem by following Buddhist teachings. He said that the best lens to look at life is through Buddhism. The President points out that the protection received by Buddhists from Buddhism is immense during more than 2,500 years. The Vesak full moon Poe Day, which marks Prince Siddhartha's birth, Lord Buddha's enlightenment, his attainment of Parinirvana, is considered the most significant and great day for Buddhists. They offer various pujas and observe devotions paying respect to the living Buddha. The message preached by Buddhism converted Sri Lanka to a land of devotion. Due to the teachings of Buddhism and its great culture, Sri Lanka became a proud nation respected by the world community. Buddhism has also enhanced national unity and religious reconciliation. It is the objective of the government to build a proud nation with state policies based on Buddhism. The President has assured that he will work with utmost determination to achieve this objective. Prime Minister D.M. Jayaratne, issuing his Vesak message, said that all temporal activities are not permanent and people should contribute to establish a wise society devoid of sins. He has said that people should rid worldly passions, hatred towards others, and should understand that everything in this world is temporary. UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon, issuing a message on Vesak Day, said that kindness and compassion preached in Buddhism should be used in the contemporary era than any other in establishing world peace. He said that the day of Vesak is a great opportunity for the international community to understand the great spiritual qualities of Buddhism. He said everyone should obtain spiritual strength to make this world a better place.
The Amadamsi Silasa Dhamma sermon that is held on all full moon Poe days at the temple trees was held today as well for the 111th time with the participation of President Mahinda Rajapaksa. The Dhamma sermon was delivered by Venerable Mavarale Badya Thera. The Venerable Thera made patience as the theme of his Dhamma sermon and explained the Buddhist teachings relating to patience. He pointed out that patience based on self-interest is not a real patience. The First Lady, Madam Shirantha Rajapaksa, several ministers and parliamentarians and a large number of students participated in this program.
ඊටාම සම්බන්ධව ඉවසීම ප්‍රගුණ කළේ අරමුණකට. මොකක්ද අරමුණ? බුද්ධෝහං බෝධිසාමි. මම කවදා හරි බුද්ධත්වයට පත් වෙනවා. මුත්තෝහං මෝචයේ පරේ.
Venerable Mavarale Badyathera said that it was with an objective that Lord Buddha enhanced patience in the devotees. He said that the Lord Buddha told the devotees that he will attain Buddhisthood and he will rescue others also from going in the wrong path. The Venerable Thera said that the patience should be adopted not on self-interest but in the interest of others.
ආත්මාර්ථය අරමුණු කරගෙන සිද්ධ කරන ඉවසීම කියන වචනයට අදාළ නැහැ. ඒවට කියන්නේ කල් ගැනීම කියලා. පොරොත්තු වීම කියලා අපේ ගම්වල කියන්නේ. පොරොත්තු වෙනවා. ඒකට පුළුවන් තරම් කල් ගන්නවා අපට අවස්ථාව වෙනකන්.
The National RupEng telecast live its Sadharma Varsha Full Moon Poet Day program from Yudaganavaraja Mahavihara in Buttala. The Sil observation, meditation and Dhamma discussion programs are being held at Yudaganava under the Anusasana of the chief incumbent of the Vihara, Venerable Galtamvatte Nandaratana Thera. A large number of devotees observed Sil at this Vihara today. The Pinkam ceremonies was organized by the Department of Buddhist Affairs and the Ministry of Buddha Sasana and Religious Affairs.
Several thousand devotees are visiting temples and sacred sites throughout the country in connection with Vesak Full Moon Poet Day. Large numbers of devotees have observed Sil throughout the country as well. There were large crowds of devotees since early morning in the Kalani Raja Mahavihare today. Religious programs will be held today and tomorrow under the Anusasana of Chief Incumbent of the Vihara, Venerable Professor Kollupitiye Mahinda Sangarakita Thero. Several religious programs were organized in the Atamasthana centering the historical Jayasri Mahabodhya in Anuradhapura. A large number of devotees observed Sil in front of the Bodhya. The Pinkamas have been organized under the Anusasana of the chief incumbent of the Atamasthana, Venerable Pallegama Srinivasa Nayakathero. A large number of devotees visited the temple of the Tooth in Kandy for worshipping as well. Several thousand devotees observed Sil at the historical Gal Vihara in Polonnaruwa, Somavatiya and Dimbulagala Aranya Senaya. Religious functions at the Gal Vihara was organized under the Anusasana of the chief incumbent of the Solasmasthanas, Venerable Vandaruwe Upalithero. Thousands of devotees visited many temples in the northern province as well. Several religious programs were held at the Sri Dalada Vihara in Madhukanda in Vaunia. Almsgiving, Sil observations and meditation programs were also held at Lumbini Vihara, in Klinochi, Nagadeepa Rajama Vihara and in the Naga Vihara in Jaffna. Several thousand visited the sacred area of Kiri Vihara in Katragama as well. Several thousand devotees observed Sil in front of the Kalatra Bodhya. There were also Dhamma sermons, Dhamma discussions and meditation programs at this Bodhya. Meanwhile, a large number of devotees observed Sil at the historical Mahayangana sacred area as well. Religious programs at Mahayangana was organized under the Anusasana of the Mahanayaka of the Askari chapter, the Most Venerable Udugama Sri Buddharakita Thero.
The Sri Lanka RupEng Corporation has enhanced its modern technological facilities. A great responsibility has been vested with the National RupEng in the media coverage of Commonwealth Heads of Governments meeting and other international conferences. President Mahinda Rajapaksa made an emergency inspection tour to the National RupEng yesterday. He inquired about the future plans of the corporation. The National RupEng, which has come forward with the modern technological developments, has attained the stage of digital and satellite technology. The chairman of the corporation, Mohan Samranayaka, and the chief executive of the corporation, Gamini Rasaputra, informed the president that the National RupEng is obtaining the modern technological equipment and the broadcasting mechanisms. They also explained about proposed modernizations to the buildings to suit with the modern technology. The president also inspected the editing facilities that has been received by the National RupEng. He also inspected the editing studio of the special unit. The chief of the unit, Somapala Gallage, explained about the activities of the unit to the president.
විශේෂකයේ සංස්කරණ මැදිරියේදී ජනාධිපතිතුමාගේ නිරීක්ෂණය කළා. ඒකක ප්‍රධානී සෝමපාල ගාලගේ මහතා එහි ක්‍රියාකාරීත්වය විස්තර කළේ.
Meanwhile, a new chamber for Lord Buddha constructed at the Sri Lanka RupEng Corporation premises has been declared open. This was erected in line with the 30th anniversary of the corporation. President Mahinda Rajapaksa offered the first floral tributes to the new Buddha statue. Contributions for the new Buddha statue and the chamber was provided by two RupEng viewers. Namely, they were the chairman of the Bhumitech company, Deshabandhu Gamini Bandara Dodambula, and the owner of the Hondahita group of companies of Nugegoda, Deshabandhu Manavatilaka Varsha Hinnadi. The chairman of the Sri Lanka Care Association, Nihal Vijayagunawardana, donated the Buddha statue. The amount spent was 850,000 rupees. Mr. A. Imran donated an electric lighting equipment. The first puja at the new Buddha statue was conducted by chief incumbent of the Hat Bodhi Vihara in Kalaboila, Venerable Karunalle Kasapatero, and several other members of the Mahasangha. The chairman of the RupEng Corporation, the chief executive, Rupani staff, and members of the Dayaka Sabha of the Hat Bodhi Vihara in Kalaboila attended this function.
Several pandals have been erected in Colombo and suburban areas in connection with the 2500th Vesak festival. Thousands of people are visiting Colombo to see the pandals and other Vesak decorations. This report is on Colombo Vesak decorations. The Traders Association of Manning Market in Colombo has erected a pandal. This is being erected for the 51st year. The pandal will be open for the public until the 30th of this month. The subject matter of the pandal erected by the Kottawa Traders Association is Mahakana Jatake. This pandal has been erected for the 16th year. The Maharagama Traders Association has erected a pandal in front of the market complex. This is the 10th year of this pandal. The Papiliana Junction pandal has also been erected this year for the 8th time. Dr. Harsha Vidana has erected a pandal for the 29th year and it is located at Kalubovila de Silva Mavata. The subject matter of this pandal is Digiti Kosala Jatakaya. The Kirulapana Traders Association has erected a pandal at the Kirulapana Junction. It depicts the story of Vidura Jatake. A display of lanterns will be held this year as well, organized by the Venerable Vatanapa Somananda Thera, the Engineering Battalion of the Army and the Civil Defence Force. The lanterns are depicting the Baka Jatake story and it will be open for the public until the 28th of this month. This lantern display will be held at the Sri Vajrashrama Buddhist Centre in Punchiborella.
The crest gem that is to be adorned at the Sala Chaitya has been handed over to the chief incumbent of the Mihintala Rajamahal Vihara, Venerable Walava Hengunavave Dharmaratna Thero. A function in this connection was held under the patronage of President Mahinda Rajapaksa at Temple Trees today. The crest gem, which was donated by a Buddhist representative group from Myanmar, will be taken to the Mihintala Rajamahal Vihara in a special motorcade. Devotees can pay their respects to the crest gem at the Mihintala sacred area until the 20th of next month. The adornment of the crest gem at the Chaitya will take place on Posan Poya Day. On this day, it will complete 2,320 years since the first visit to Sri Lanka by Arahat Mihindu Mahathero. 1 week of Pirit Sanjayana and special Pinkam ceremonies will be held in this connection. Venerable Gadabalanan Serathero and Parliamentarian Namal Rajapaksa also attended the function held to hand over the crest gem.
The State Vesak Festival was started today on a very grand scale at the historical Yuddhaganavaraja Mahavihara. The National Rupavahini telecast religious programs from the Udaganava Raja Mahaviharaya. Chaminda Gunaratne from the Udaganava Raja Mahaviharaya said that Wellassa Vesak zone is the longest Vesak zone. It is 34 kilometers long and it connects Buttala, Gallavaya and Munaragala towns. Large crowds are visiting since this afternoon to see pandals, lanterns and other Vesak presentations. There are several dansals as well. All facilities have been provided by the Uva Provincial Council for the convenience for the devotees visiting the Vesak zone. The zone is being held at the Udaganava Raja Mahaviharaya. Tomorrow's festival will be declared open by the Prime Minister D.M. Jayaratne.
Meanwhile, the Ranavira Resources Centre established for disabled war heroes was declared open today by the Defence Secretary Gotabaya Rajapaksa. Speaking at the function, the Defence Secretary said that this centre will provide vocational training for war heroes and will also improve their economic status. The objective of the Resource Centre is to provide vocational training for disabled war heroes. Training courses will be conducted by the Vocational Training Authority. In the 90s, this building was used as a leprosy hospital and subsequently it was used for various other purposes. The 300-year-old building was converted as the Ranavira Resources Centre after carrying out many renovations. The training courses that will be conducted in this centre will include computer technology, carpentry, electricity and aluminium courses, repair of three-wheelers, landscaping and information technology. It is necessary to strengthen war heroes who became disabled during the humanitarian operation physically, mentally and spiritually. The Defence Secretary said that everyone's support should be extended to this purpose. Secretary to the Ministry of Defence and Urban Development Gotabaya Rajapaksa said that the Mindu Set Madura, similar to the Abhimansalas, will endeavour to look after disabled war heroes of various areas. Army Commander Lieutenant General Jagat Jayasuriya and several others attended the function.
Mindu Set Madura Abhimansala wage ව්‍යාපෘති හරහා බලා ගන්නටත් මෙවැනි මධ්‍යස්ථාන හරහා ඒගොල්ලන්ට වෘත්තීය පුහුණුවක් ලබා දීමටත් කටයුතු කරනවා.
Investigation have commenced on the fire that took place in the number 1 container operation facility at the Colombo port. The damage has not been estimated yet. The fire was doused by the Port Authority and the fire brigade of the tribe forces. Police said that it took more than 3 hours to douse the fire. The Port Authority has also established an inquiry counter about the imported goods that were in the terminal. Minister Rohita Begunawardena has instructed the officials to provide the services to the customers without any inconvenience.
The crest gem that is to be adorned to the Chaitya Raja of the Mihintale is on display at present. It will be in exposition today and tomorrow at the Kalanaya Raja Mahaviharaya. On a request made by Minister Mervyn Silva, the chairman of the IBS group of companies, Arthur Sena Naika, donated the crest gem. It will be in exposition at several locations until the 27th of this month. The crest gem is to be handed over to the chief incumbent of the Ruwanwali Mahasaya in Anuradhapura.
චූඩාමානිකය අනුරාධපුර රුවන්වැලි මහසෑය විහාරාධිපති ස්වාමීන් වහන්සේ වෙත බාර දීමට නියමිතය.
The Buddhist Bhakti Giri recital organized by the Lanka Hospital in Narayanpeta was held yesterday. Defence Secretary Gotabaya Rajapaksa was the chief guest at this function. The Mayor's Mobile Service organized by the Kaduvalla Municipal Council was held today at the premises of the Nandarama Viharaya in Annasiwata, Koswata. Several services including health clinics, resolving land disputes and infrastructure development issues were held at this service. A milk rice puja for the 21st year held at the Sri Sudarshana Ramaya of Wattalpola in Panadura. The Pinkama was organized by the chief incumbent of the Vihara, Venerable Denipitiye Somaratna Thero. The almsgiving was organized using milk obtained from cattle that were to be slaughtered and released to farmer villages. The Pinkama was organized by the committee that was in charge of releasing the cattle. A function to distribute spectacles was held at Gold Road in Colombo today. This function will be held tomorrow as well from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at number 109 Gold Road, Colombo 3. The Secretariat Office of the Labour Department's Buddhist Association also organized a SIL observation program. A group of officers from the Ministry of Labour participated in this program.
The Emirates airline has increased frequencies of its flights to Sri Lanka to 31 per week. The Dubai-based Emirates airline said that they have increased 3 frequencies. They said the steep increase in tourists visiting in Sri Lanka contributed this increase. There's a steep increase in tourists visiting Sri Lanka from the United Kingdom and the United States. It is the objective of the government to increase the tourist arrival to Sri Lanka to 2.5 million by the year 2016. The airline authorities said that the increase of frequencies by foreign airlines will help to achieve this target.
President Mahinda Rajapaksa paid his last respects to the body of the most senior member of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party and veteran politician Dayati Pasquale. The late Mr. Dayati Pasquale was Member of Parliament for the Matugama electorate. He also acted as the Deputy Minister for several years. The President visited the late Dayati Pasquale's residence in Naboda Road in Matugama and paid his last respects to the body of the late Mr. Dayati Pasquale. The President also expressed his condolences to the family members.
Sports news. Minister Mahindananda Alutgamage said that new rules and regulations will be introduced to impose lifetime bans for those who indulge in match fixing. The relevant draft bill will be introduced to the Parliament next month. The minister emphasized this when he addressed the executives and representatives of the Sri Lanka Football Association and the representatives of the Football Association in the country yesterday. Minister Mahindananda Alutgamage said that match fixing is being carried out on a large scale and it is being carried out on club level as well. In the club level, it is being done for rupees 10,000 or 15,000 and it is a very serious threat. He said that those who make these match fixing will be imposed a lifetime ban and the relevant act will be submitted to the Parliament next month. Similarly, those who use stimulants will also be imposed lifetime bans. This measure will be taken against the trainers as well, and the medical doctor who gets involved will be imprisoned for 2 years. Well, that's all the news we have for you tonight. We'll be back with more news tomorrow at the same time. Till then, take care. Good night.